What is a MSP or managed service provider? We are going to be covering what is an MSP, but not only what is an MSP, why do businesses actually work with them? How do they work with them? And the different types of managed service providers there are. Now, you may have been sent this video to help elaborate or explain what a managed service provider is, and that is fantastic. You are in the right place. And if you're considering using a managed service provider, I hope this provides a ton of clarity on who they are, what they do, how they operate, and how they can benefit your business. My name is Harrison Barron from growth-generators.com. We help MSPs grow, whether that's sales training, marketing training, or even some business operations. Before I get into today's video, I do want to mention just one quick thing. I am super excited to announce I have a new masterclass directly under this video in the video description. I've put a ton of work into it. If you're looking to start a managed service provider, or you're an established managed service provider and you want some additional value, I would highly recommend going and checking out that link. Now, I have put a ton of effort and time into building this video because I know that there have been no definitive answers on what an MSP actually is. In the MSP world, we happen to know what it is, but for outside people, it's usually pretty hard to tell what a MSP or managed service provider is. So I have gotten the definition, or what I think is the best explanation of what a managed service provider is. A MSP or managed service provider is essentially a company that manages IT services for other businesses instead of having their own in-house IT team. You hire a MSP to handle everything from maintaining servers to managing security and fixing technical issues. That is the core of what a managed service provider actually does. Anything that has technology in a business, more than likely a managed service provider is going to be involved with it in one way or another. The best way that I have realized to explain it without providing that unbelievably technical quote is a managed service provider is like Geek Squad on steroids. If you have a Best Buy near you, they have something called Geek Squad where they are more for your home, your personal devices. A managed service provider is that on steroids. They are the one step ahead of that. They are working on technology for businesses to help them operate efficiently. So why do businesses actually use MSPs, right? They are typically more cost effective than having somebody internal or in-house. An internal employee can cost anywhere between $50 to hundreds of thousands of dollars. Unlike an MSP, where they will be significantly cheaper in that regard, and most MSPs either charge per user or per device, depending on how they decide to do their billing. On top of that, employees are limited to their knowledge and expertise. They're working in the same environment every day. Managed service providers and their technical teams have access to the latest technology and typically tons of experience because they're working in a variety of different businesses that they are consistently running into new problems and figuring out solutions to address those problems and becoming significantly better as far as their expertise and their ability to leverage new technology. Additionally, employees inside of a company, they have to go home. They have off hours, they go on vacation, things come up in life, whatever it may be. The nice part about a managed service provider is many of them offer 24/7 support, meaning that if there is an issue, maybe you're a business owner and you're trying to figure something out, you could actually go in and start to potentially get support for those issues, depending on the size of the managed service provider. But typically, most managed service providers will provide at the bare minimum, usually a first start of the morning, depending on what type of clients they're going for. That could be 7, 8, or 9 in the morning till when everybody goes home, 6, 7, 8 o'clock at night. Once again, pending for the MSP. As the MSP grows, they may offer 24/7 support for their customers. And last but not least is scalability. When you have an internal IT person, that internal IT person is limited on what they're able to take care of. And adding an additional person to that team is a tremendously large expense. Unlike an MSP, where an MSPs are typically able to scale as you scale. So as you hire more employees, they take care of the hiring and building that team and their operations behind the scenes. So it's never cumbersome for that business to actually grow and bring the right people in-house. And what services does an MSP actually offer? At the bare minimum, they're going to be offering help desk support, meaning if there's a technical issue inside the business, whether that's not being able to print, a file not opening, their email doesn't work, they're going to be taking care of data backup and recovery. So that way, if something happens in the business, that MSP can then go through and make sure that there is a fresh copy of all of the data, preferably offsite, to give you peace of mind as a business owner that everything's going to be okay. Additionally, cybersecurity, making sure the network and the computers are secure, and then network management, so the business owner or the company doesn't have to get involved in figuring out the internet or the Wi-Fi or anything like that. So let's talk about the different kinds of MSPs or managed service providers. You have the basic MSP. They're going to handle more of the basic functionality of a business, whether that's a printer that doesn't work, a computer that doesn't work, a network that's giving a hard time. They're going to take care of all of that. Then you have specialized MSPs, where they're specializing in either additional security. Maybe they've gone from an MSP to a MSSP, a managed security service provider. And there's a variety of other MSPs. They could be vertical specific MSPs, whether they work in healthcare, finance, or any other industry or niche out there. They become experts in that space to provide a even greater level of service for that business industry. But how do MSPs actually work with their clients? This is something that as an MSP, you might learn something from. And if you're not an MSP and you're looking to hire an MSP, this is typically how most of them work. They are going to be proactive instead of reactive. Gone are the days that you have to have a problem, schedule a meeting, and then have somebody come in and fix the computer. Or worse, leave the office with the computer, drop it off at a computer repair shop. They're going to be proactive, letting you know when things are potentially going wrong, there's potential problems on the horizon, or as technology gets older, to start planning for the future and being more proactive than a reactive role. Most MSPs operate on a subscription-based model where they might have a 1-year, 2-year, or 3-year agreement that you sign, basically locking you in for that amount of time, saying, hey, you're going to be a client for this amount of time. And think of an MSP as more of a partner than a vendor that you're going to be working with. There's a very, very big difference between that. Managed service providers are going to be heavily involved in your technology on a regular basis. And because of that, it's important to know that they are agreeing to work with you for that amount of time too. It's a relationship. It goes both ways. And additionally, they are consultants. They are going to help you grow with technology. As your business grows, managed service providers are typically going to be able to guide you in the right direction, whether that's software recommendations, hardware recommendations, and just technology overall, with technology education, or just pushing you in the right direction where they see other people in the industry going to make technology work for your business instead of against your business. But I hope this helps in today's day and age with understanding the role of MSPs. It's not a matter of whether or not a business needs or wants an MSP. It depends on the business needs. More often than not, having a managed service provider is going to be doing more good for the business than less good. But everybody's situation is going to be different. Some situations may require having an on-site person, or what's called a co-managed, where they have an on-site person and a managed service provider playing in the same pool. And some managed service providers are going to grow and offer additional services or support to make your life easier. So I hope you guys found value in this video. If you're a new MSP, I would highly recommend checking out that masterclass down below. Other than that, I appreciate you checking out this channel. Hit that like button, subscribe button, and that notification bell. And if you learned something new or you're starting an MSP, leave it down in the chat or leave it down in the comments. I love to hear about it. Take care. Love you guys, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.